How do you be kind to yourself? I was trying to find ways to improve life, but after scanning all areas of life, I'm starting to realize how everything is just messed up, and I'm living in this rut. I keep having negative thoughts and feelings every day. Instead of taking actions, I end up not feeling like doing anything. And this inner dialogue is so negative, like, so what the point of all this? I'm already loser, might as well just live this way. I'm not smart, I lack the skills, and I don't even have the willingness to do it. This is understood, and to a great part, we are living the same way. What I can tell you is the negative self-talk can change. You must remember to have compassion for and toward yourself. I used to murmur dumbass and call myself names when I wasn't perfect or broke something, etc. One day, I made a conscious effort to say something nice, like that's okay, I still love me. Not a big deal. It's a new habit you have to start. My negative self-rhetoric has mostly changed. It's a relief. I will tell you a good trick. I had 4 years with a fantastic psychologist. Among the many cool tools she shared was to place a picture of your young innocent self up in your room where you can see it. I put a picture of myself at 5 years old in my room. There was no way I hate or think anything negative toward that little girl, me. Try it, it works. Be kind to yourself, and pieces start falling in place. I hope you start on this journey.
Imagine yourself as a separate person. Think of someone you know that you have strong affection for and imagine what it would mean to you to be kind to them. Imagine a kid who needs a hug, or an old person who needs help crossing the street, or a friend who needs a shoulder to cry on. Think about that feeling of being kind to them. Then think about that person that is you, that is hurting and could use a little kindness. Do you think you could try and show that person some of that same kindness you would give those other people? One small kindness you could do is to choose not to keep thinking about something negative when you notice yourself doing it. Not forever. Just for a moment. Whenever you can. If you want, you can try thinking about something positive. Something you're grateful for. A hot shower. Comfortable shoes. A sunny day. A smile and a hello from a stranger, whoever they may be. If you can't take any other action, the most minimal action you can take is to not give up. The most meaningful and long-lasting changes that have occurred in my life were the result of years and years of not giving up. Even if the going was slow at time. If you can do nothing else, just accept that for today you are just not going to give up. In the end, as much as it feels good to accomplish things, what really matters is knowing you care enough to keep trying. Because it means you value yourself. And you are worth valuing.
For me, I had to start saying kind things to myself. It sort of blossomed from there. I had to recognize the negativity as it arose, and instead of being negative at the negativity to get it to stop, I had to compassionately correct it. I essentially became my own therapist. I still have bad habits, but I don't have the negativity that wasn't doing anything to make me fix them. Positivity has helped me in making some corrections. For you, it's probably the same. You aren't a loser. This is your first time being alive, as is everyone else's. And everyone struggles. Everyone. It's okay that you're struggling. What's important is that you take care of yourself. If you can take care of yourself, you can start to grow in the direction you want. There are lots of good comments here, but I'll add what has worked for me. Try just being. Thoughts will always come, and they will always go, but they have nothing to do with who you are. You think you are a loser, but that is a belief, a thought, which you unconsciously choose to listen to and believe in. So you get wrapped up in those thoughts and stories and narratives. Then you try to fix being a loser with thoughts and stories and narratives, which you may also place great value in. The solution isn't going to come from thought. Who you are is the now, not those thought stories. The now isn't conceptual. The now isn't even of the world. It has nothing to do with the contents of this moment. It has nothing to do with your thoughts. It's that which everything appears in, which is who you are. Not the thought, I am the now, everything appears in me, but the direct experience of that which those words point to. It's very, very simple. Just don't let thoughts corrupt your direct experience. It is only thoughts that cause your needless suffering. You hone in on the reality which your thoughts project, and you completely miss everything else. Your perception becomes yourself being a loser, and you can always find ways that you're a loser. Instead of being a loser, just be here now. There is infinite grace waiting for you here. You just need to let it work. It's either your will or the will of the universe. Which is greater? So every time you notice your thinking and doing and being the actor, let yourself notice the thoughts, and realize you are which they come to. You don't need to listen to them. Just stop taking them so seriously. Let yourself live and breathe and take up space and expand. When you reside in this stillness, you reside in great inspiration, intuition, intelligence, creativity, energy, and love. When you limit yourself to your modes of thinking, your being is greatly diminished and limited to those thoughts, which becomes your life. Own yourself. Own your qualities. Embrace your uniqueness. For your mother and father came together to create you, but you have a uniqueness which is completely different from them and anyone else. Embrace that gift.
Meta meditation. It's all about cultivating an inner climate of self-compassion, acceptance and friendliness to yourself. Action flows much easier from these spaces than from the usual negative, inner critic-filled mental spaces. Plus they lead to tremendous happiness and peace, not in some future where you'll get enlightened, but right here and now. If there's one skill worth cultivating no matter one's circumstances, upbringing, or goals, it's meta. So snatch this and run away with it, OP. Hope it helps you as much as it has me and many, many others.
Look up for the SMART method online. Pick one thing. Don't start with your most difficult issue, try something simpler but that you're still not doing. Rinse and repeat. It's a classic brain mechanism to drown when too many things are off and be like, oh well, I'm so far off, better just leave it that way. But if you focus on one thing at a time, you'd be surprised how many things you can make better.